What is up, YouTube? Okay, so Joseph Armstrong, I want to show you something here to refute the list of supposed contradictions or mistranslations in the New King James. You know, English is mainly based off of three Latin languages: French, Italian, and Spanish. I want to show you something um, how even Spanish translating into a language that's mainly based off of Latin languages is tricky. Okay. Um, you went to Psalms 10:4-5. I'm going to read the whole chapter for you. Okay. ¿Por qué está lejos, oh Jehová, y tú escondas en el tiempo de la tribulación? Con alabanza el malo persigue el pobre, sale a trabajo en los artificios que al adiós. Okay. Porque el malo se llaja del deseo de su alma, bendice el corizo y despreza el Jehová. El majo porque a través de su rostro no busca a Dios. No hay Dios en ninguno de sus pensamientos. Sus caminos son torcidos. I'm not used to reading this in Spanish, so. En todo tiempo, tus jurizos los tiene muy lejos de su vista. A todos sus adversarios desprecia. Dice en su corazón, el cielo movido llamas, nunca me alcanzará el infortunio. Lela está su boca del maldición y de engaños de fraude. Debajo de su lengua hay visión en maldad. Si llena el ajío cerca de las aldeas, en escondrijos mata en instante. Sus ojos están asiento desavido. It's really weird reading this in Spanish. Acaje en oculto como el león desde su arquivuja. Asisa para arrabar al pobre. Así arrebata el pobre, trayéndolo a su red. Si encoge, si acaje. Y can sus frujales ganas muchos desedajuros. Dice en su corazón, Dios ha elevado, ha escurribierto sus ojos nunca la vejan. Levante, oh Dios, oh Jehová Dios, a su mano, no te olvides de los pobres. Porque desprecia el majo a Dios. En su corazón, él dijo, tú no lo encogerás. Tú lo has visto porque miras el trabajo y la vejez para dar la recompensa con tu mano. A ti si escoge desavido, tú eres el amparo del ufano. Cortabana, I'm reteaching myself Spanish, so que arrebata tú el brazo del inicio y persigue la maldad del mejor hasta que no hagas ninguna. Jehová es rey eternamente y para siempre. De su tierra han persido las naciones. El deseo de los humanos es oeste, oh Jehová, tú dispones su corazón y haces atento tu odio. Para lugar es hermano y el oprimido, a fin de que no vuelvan más a hacer valencia el hombre de la tierra. Okay. Do you see? Now I'm going to read that to you in English and how that translates in English, okay? Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou myself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken into devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are afar off. His judgments are afar above out of his sight. As for the enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in the den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. He croucheth and humbleth himself, the poor that may fall by his strong ones. He has said in his heart, God has forgotten. God hideth his face. God doesn't hide his faith. He hides his face, and God doesn't have to have faith. That was a misspeaking on my part. He will never see it. Arise, O Lord. O God, give up thine hands, and forget not the humble. Whereof doeth the wicked condemn God. He has said in his heart, Thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou hast beholdest the mischief in spite to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou arm of the wicked, evil man, or the wicked and the evil man. Seek out the wickedness till thou find none. The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to listen, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may oppress no more. Now, it's talking about how we treated Jesus on the cross, but if you notice, there's nothing that says that the wicked cannot prosper here on this earth. So it's while the King James will translate it. By the way, I just read to you a Spanish translation of the King James. You saw no word of grieving or prosperous in there. Language is a funny thing. Then that's just translating from one Latin-based language from a Latin language to a Latin-based language. How, think about when you translate from Greek or Hebrew into Elizabethan English to modern English. Things that may happen. Okay? So pay close attention to that. It was talking about how we treated Jesus on the cross, but it's also talking about how the wicked man will prosper here in this planet, here. It's not talking about prosper as in heavenly prosper. It's talking about prosper as in here. Pay attention to my next installation of this series, because that's where I'm going to show that list that you gave me in there. Peace. Sub right, comment below.